Hey guys, what's going on? This is John Hale here, and I went to the movies this weekend and I checked out the new Leonardo DiCaprio film called The Revenant. And let me tell you, that's probably one of the best frontier Western movies I've seen in a while. The film stars, like I said, Leonardo DiCaprio playing a tracker named Glass as he's taking a bunch of frontiersmen basically across the mountains after they've been attacked by a bunch of Native Americans. While in the beginning of this film we're introduced to a litany of characters, including Fitzgerald, played by Tom Hardy. And from there, a bunch of terrible incidents ensue. I'm really hesitant to actually give any more plot points on this because I think in order to really appreciate this film, you have to go and watch it yourself. So what were my thoughts on this film? One, I freaking loved it. This film was visually beautiful. A lot of the takes in this film are one shot. So there was a lot of steady cam and a lot of dolly jib movements going on. So really great stuff. It was really prominent in this film that Alejandro Inarritu, I think I'm saying his name correctly, had planned out each and every single one of these shots. He utilized the wilderness and the outdoors absolutely fantastically. From the huge vista landscapes of the Rocky Mountains to the flowingness of water going in streams. Everything about this film was absolutely beautiful. His choice to use only natural light did nothing but help add to the atmosphere that this movie was trying to establish. So I think that was really awesome. Something else that was really great about the film also was the score. The score almost was its own character in this film. At no point in time was it too heavy or was it too soft. Every single visual cue that you saw come on the screen, the score blended beautifully with it. So I thought that was really cool. I'm definitely probably going to buy the soundtrack to this film now. As I said earlier, the acting by Tom Hardy and Leonardo DiCaprio was superb. Tom Hardy is always a character actor who you always just enjoy watching him chew up scenery. He played a character named Fitzgerald who was from Texas. And just like, any Englishman with an American accent, especially a Western accent, came off a little bit heavy at times, but, I kind of let that slide because Tom Hardy played the role so well. A downside to this film, I guess not really a downside, but it was to be expected. The movie's long. The movie is really long. So long, in fact, that people in the movie theater beside me started talking, which irritated the living crap out of me, but I'm not gonna really get into that. But the movie runs in about 2 hours and 31 minutes. So if you go to see this movie, be prepared. This movie is based off of the book called The Revenant, and at the very end of the credits it says based in part on the book The Revenant. There were some scenes that were left out from the book that were not included in the film. One of them being after the grizzly bear attack. Apparently, Glass's character had to do something with the dead flesh that was on his back in order to keep it from getting infected. So in the book, I believe, he ended up finding a tree filled with maggots. Yeah, it's going to get really graphic. Finding a tree filled with maggots and placing them on his back so he can eat the dead flesh. So if I didn't know that, I probably would have been fine. But I think if they would have included that in the film, that would have been... I think that would have been cool, but then it might have been a little too raw. Going something else that was a little rough. This film is super violent, hyper violent. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but there were literally parts in this movie that I literally had to almost close my eyes at. They were so brutal. One of them being the bear fight. That's the very beginning of the film, and it's all done in one take, which makes it even more absolutely fantastic to watch from a technical standpoint, but also really brutal as an audience member because you cannot take your eyes away from this. There's no cuts away from the violence you see on the screen. So you feel for Leonardo DiCaprio's character as he's going through this. But oh god, it's really tough to watch. I would actually give this film a 9 out of 10 rating for the sheer visual prowess of the film, the soundtrack, and the acting. The length, of course, I said it was a little long, but that didn't really bother me. And the violence was a little rough at times, but that doesn't bother me either. So as long as you go in this film expecting a great beautifully looking film and a very layered storyline, you're gonna love it. So there you go, guys. That was my first movie review for this channel. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Would you like me to do more movies in the future? And if there are any suggestions for movies, what do you want me to go check out? I am just now finishing up the first episode of It Came From the Shelf, which is going to be my end of the month B-movie riff movie review show, which I hope you all really like. So for more content like this, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you very much, guys.